Hi, I'm Chris Leader. I'm the president of Leaders Edge Training, and I want to welcome you to our monthly tips. This series is going to focus on how to handle client objections. It's one of the topics I get asked about most frequently by my students. I hope you enjoy them, and feel free to pass them on to anybody on your contact management system. This month's monthly tip deals with the objection when the client says to you they want to wait for a better offer. We've all found ourselves at the kitchen table with a seller when the first offer comes in and they've hemmed and hawed and maybe declined it. My experience tells me that the first offer is generally the best offer. There's a certain window of opportunity when a property is first introduced to the marketplace. It receives the greatest degree of attention, and during that period is most likely when you're going to get your best offer. I would really use every power of persuasion when that first offer comes in to get the seller to take it, because too many times in my career, I've seen the seller say to me months later, we wished we had taken that first offer. Now let's pretend for a second we find ourselves in a situation where, say, the seller wanted $300,000 for the home. And in this particular case, we've received an offer of $297,000. And the seller is pretty emphatic that they're not going to accept anything less than $300,000. To put things into perspective, to put them into context, what I might use is what I refer to as the Las Vegas close. Let's pretend for a second we're in Vegas. We've got $297,000 on the craps table, and we're about to throw the dice, but the best return we can get for gambling the $297,000 is $3,000. Would you roll the dice knowing full well you might lose the whole $297,000? I think not. Well, I don't think we should gamble with something as important as the seller's home. Wouldn't you agree? Now, sometimes they don't get the Las Vegas close. So another way of positioning this is explain to them a technique I call a reduce to the ridiculous or convert to the pennies. If you take a look at the $3,000, in terms of today's mortgage money, if we were to take that $3,000 and carry it over to the next property they're buying, that would mean, let's say at a 4% rate, maybe as much as $3,000 at 4% in today's mortgage market might cost us $12 a month, or as little as 40 cents a day. I would say most people spend more money every day buying a cup of coffee than they would spend on the purchase of their next property by carrying that extra 40 cents a day or $3,000 a month forward. When you think about it from that perspective and the chance to put up the sold sign, doesn't it make sense? I know that they wouldn't be ecstatic about the offer, but it certainly makes sense to put up the sold sign and make the move to the next property. Wouldn't you agree?